Oh, what's going on, people? Welcome to Monday Night Smoke.
I'm putting my cape on, bro. I'm starting with the cape on.
Get out
I'm
of here,
starting with the cape on, bro. I'm defending Dillian. I'm
really?
fighting for Brixton, bro. I'm fighting for the ends. Hold on, let me just.
Are you serious?
Bro, the cape is on. I don't know what David Hayes talking about. I don't understand this press run.
Okay, cool. Right.
I'm just saying.
Let me greet the defeaters, bro. I'm not gonna let you jump off the ledge. I'm not letting you jump off the ledge like this. Guys, there's 100 of us in this chat right now. Smash the like button on your way in. This show, we're about to go off. Let me greet the great defeaters before we even start. Man like Raj has reclaimed his title. He's reclaimed the lineal chat. Listen, he's straight in the comments. First one of the day. Have to respect it, bro. You're back on top, bro. I never doubted you for a minute, fam. Shout out man like Raj, man like Mulla, Base the Kid, man like JD05, Osborne, Natty 0207, Michael, Jenny, Ariel, Dan the Man, Jonah 31, Nahija Selassie, Double AV Develops, Digital Dozer, man like Kayoshi, McGowan CFC, Star Fox, Skyliner, the editor, Sir Alex Ferguson, man like Bruce Kai, who else we got? Doughboy J, man, Babatunde, Thomas J. Ridley. Me, boy, Raj, you man's been busy for a straight. Hey, Reese Cooper, October Red, Nigel Ferguson, Alex Ferguson, bloody hell, Jimbo Jones, Boxing P for P, Jack 8812. Listen, we're here, man. Let's get this thing cracking. Let's get this thing cracking. Big up to everybody here right now. We know what we're here to discuss, man. Dillian White has somehow he's done it again. Dillian, bro. Nah. You come with the strong Brixton fit. Brixton fit. What's this? 2008. The 2008 look.
Wait. Headphones already
my
fell out, fam. Are you dumb? Who's not innocent, fam? I'm rocking the AV right now. Let the people see. No, it's in shot. What now, Trav?
No, you pulled out the Avi, bro. This is feeling like 2007 in here right now.
Listen,
in the summertime.
It had to be done. I don't care.
Outside the Brixton McDonald's.
I'm rocking the KFC because they keep coming for my guy, fam. He's innocent, bro.
Innocent how?
Bro, he's innocent. How many times do we need to get caught, bro? They keep blaming us. We keep busting case. So what's going on, fam? Someone's got an issue with him, fam. I don't know who it is. They didn't even let him clear his name. They didn't even give him the chance to clear his name about new replacements and canceling the fight. I don't like it. I don't know what's going on.
Hold on. So, hold on. You're screaming conspiracy?
I'm screaming what you were screaming when it was Connor's time, fam. You was getting crazy.
How is that the same?
You said, what are you doing, fam?
Dillian's name has come up on the adverse finding thing for the 4th time in his fighting career. 3rd time as a boxer, 1 time as a kickboxer.
I've been innocent the whole time. Talk to me. What?
How?
Hey, just imagine he said I did something, and I didn't do it, and I said I was innocent. So you're gonna bring up again? What are you bringing up for? It's got nothing to do. First and second time, you lot made a mistake.
Hold on.
Let's go.
Hold on.
Go on.
Tell me about the mistake.
Huh?
Tell me where's the mistake?
Do I have a ban? bro? So why do you?
Yeah, he served the ban. Was it 2 years?
And then
he served that ban.
Go on. How many bans have I served, fam? Let's go into it.
Served 1 ban. The second time round, it looked nuts. The second time, bro. All I'm saying is this year.
Go on.
When your name keeps on coming up, man, they're not gonna have patience for you. They're not gonna have patience for this convo.
Just imagine, you keep having
bro. There's no way you believe this. There's no way you believe this.
Just imagine you keep having an argument with your missus, but then the argument with your missus is like, bro, but every time you bring that up, I haven't done what you're saying. I'm actually an innocent man. So you keep bringing this up and saying, well, the last time, when we checked it the last time,
bro, he served the ban. He served the ban. He served the ban early in the fight.
How many bans
early in his career?
So
he served 1 ban.
There you go.
But what I'm saying is,
there you go,
bro. I'm saying, how comes your name keeps on coming up, bro? How much patience you want us to have? We're not gonna see this process through. Man are exhausted with the Conor Ben thing right now. Has taken everybody's patience. Everybody's on 0 right now. Man is not trying to hear his side of the story. Unfortunately, it looks so nuts, bro.
Energy you didn't give Conor Ben this level of energy, fam. You wanted to wait to do
on the first day. On the first day, no, I didn't. But then when the whole thing come with the WBC trying to give men a way out, I said, no, that's a bit weird. And then we went that way. But this time round, it doesn't. It's nothing. There's nothing even slightly similar. And it was a first offense. You think if Conor Ben keeps on having stuff coming up, it's not gonna get after one?
No, but you look. This is what's so unfortunate about. Everyone keeps bringing up all these offenses. Yeah, if I bust case, you can't say I did this, bro. The last time it came up, I was cool. It went to court. It went to the whole. Like it went to it went to the courts. Did it not go to the courts? Did it not go to the courts?
Were you in?
Did it not go to the courts, Trav? Yes or no?
Did you see Dean White or something today? I'm trying to work out what's really going on. Did you see Dean White? Did someone bad you up? Someone bad you up. There's a glisten in your eye that I'm thinking. I don't recognize my regiment right now.
All I'm saying is I got my Avrex on in it. So let's know what's going on.
Listen,
I just want to know the Avrex is in shot.
Listen,
it can't say it's too frequent. Like people get stopped by the police all the time, innit? It doesn't mean you're a criminal.
No, don't you dare.
There you go. It don't mean you're a criminal. That's because you get stopped by if I get stopped 4 times by the police, does it mean I've done something? I'm still innocent, bro.
So hold on a minute. How come the adverse findings keep? Nah, bro, come on, man.
So what's in there? Do you know what's in there?
We don't know the details, but we know it was adverse. We know it was adverse. It was enough to cancel the fight. It was enough to cancel the fight, and not just that. Let's be clear. Let's be clear. Yeah, because David Haye come out and said, David Haye come out.
Routine check. Let them know, cuz.
David Haye come out and said, listen, them man knew about this from a week ago. And it's kind of funny that he says that because Derek Chisora got added to the lineup. Derek Chisora got added to the lineup last minute with Gerald Washington.
Bro, all I want to ask you, everyone's jumping out the window, calling my guy a cheater. You don't even know what's in the findings. You don't know. All you've just heard something and you've just jumped out. Everyone's like, nah, every single time. What's going on? What's in there? Just imagine it's one of them light ones as well. Doesn't even do anything. We don't know. We do not know, fam. This man could be innocent and you, man, are jumping out the window. And I jumped out the window for Conor Ben. I'm still confused if Conor Ben cheated or did not cheat. But I don't know.
Man are saying that I'm here now. Man are saying he failed multiple tests. Look, man. I'm not here to try and turn this into a.
I won't let me button this up.
But the fact is this, yeah, bro. Go put on your golf glove if you need to, fam.
I'll get my one glove. You know.
The fact is this: it looks crazy for Dillian right now. Like, forget the big payday. Where's the big payday? Is not coming again. You already had your dance with Fury. This would have been the one that would have nice to peas. Nah, bro, that's not happening. That's not happening. That's done now. This don't make no sense to reapproaching this. Really? Can you see these men fighting again? It's done now.
He called him the body injector. Nah, listen. Nah.
I can't listen. And you know what's really annoying here is because now we're looking for another opponent. And I just feel like now people are using this to go crazy. And this has now become AJ's fault, whoever the replacement is. Bro, Dillian has ruined this fight. He's ruined it.
But don't you think we should know more information?
Fam, all we know is that he's not going to be the opponent on Saturday night.
Hey, listen. Hey, tell this guy to chill, fam. This is the classic one from the Shadrach video. Don't you dare,
That's
fam.
Hilarious.
We saved up a lot of there's a lot of savings and a lot of bad things that happened to help me get this jacket, fam. So...
Listen, the link is in the chat right now. Let's open the lines. All right, but let's be real for a second. Who should be the opponent? That's why I want the callers in the chat. Callers, when you're phoning in, guys in the chat, please.
Yes.
Who do you think should be the replacement opponent? That's what I want to see right now. October's already on the line.
And she's going to defend the thing as well. I need to take off my.
October.
Hello and good evening. Good evening to the chat. Good evening to the panel.
Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a case that is in preparation to go in the public court of opinion.
There we go.
Yeah.
We have Dillian White, who has provided an adverse test result, according to VADA, similarly close to Conor Ben's timings, very close to the actual fight itself. We don't know what they are, but yet we're vilifying him. We need to find out, and I know there's sources all over the internet saying he's tested, on Jarrell Miller level. all of that spinning around the internet, but we need the facts. And like KG said, just because he's done it before or he's got a ban before doesn't necessarily mean it this time.
That's right.
So, no, Travis, come on. You were singing and clapping the tambourine for Conor Benn and backing.
But after a certain stage of the events, it weren't the day of. It weren't the day of.
From the beginning, we have to have that
Go back to the video. Go back to the video.
We must continue the same energy.
Go back to the video.
With all fighters that have adverse
the
findings.
only thing that made me turn was when those guys tried to clear Conor's name after convicting him. That's the only thing that made me go, something ain't right.
You said I'm gonna wait, Travis.
No, bro, not in the first time it happened when we did the emergency smoke.
And I
on a feeling sorry for him, tip, then running him. You know it,
bro. Listen, at the end of the day, on the first offense versus coming up on the fourth time for a man's career, there's no way you're gonna react the same. Yeah,
and that is why it's easy for us to put him straight in the bin because it's been done before. Like the geezer in the chat said, routine check. Where's that track gone? It's like you're almost setting up like,
I'm sorry, but somebody on the first offense, if Conor Benn's name comes up with adverse findings again, do you think there's anything to be saying? You think there's anything to be said?
Hold on, let me ask this. Let me ask you this question: is Conor Benn innocent or not innocent, Trav?
Bro, what we're doing right now? No, because because the reason why the Conor Benn thing is different to this,
bro.
The reason why, listen to me right now. Listen to me right now. The thing that made me turn on the Conor Benn situation was when the WBC tried to come out and give him an excuse to clear it out, to clear his name. Why would they help him? Why would they help him? That's what made me go, something ain't right. And then we had the conversation that we were having. Brother, this is my man's fault. His name's coming up.
I hear that. And the thing is, I'm not saying that. Listen, I'm not saying that he's innocent. I'm not saying that he's innocent. But what I'm saying is, I'm not prepared to jump on the wagon straight away until all the facts.
Hold on, October. I just want to ask Travis a very straight question. I need to ask Travis a straight question. Travis, is Conor Benn innocent?
No, bro.
He's not innocent.
I said I don't know. We're still waiting for this thing until he's back in the ring. We don't know
now with all the VADA and all the conspiracy. Now you don't believe he's innocent.
Where's the bro? You're trying to make it seem like it's exactly the same. It's worth the same. This is nothing.
This is the trail that will go on. This is the trail will go on. This is the trail will go on. If Conor Benn is innocent in your eyes, how
because you're tell me in what way? Tell me in any way.
May we have order? Let KG finish his sentence, please.
Tell me how these two are similar. Tell me how these two situations are similar.
Can I finish my situation, please? I'm saying if you believe Conor Benn is innocent, in this moment, which you've been saying before, but you don't want to say that now, that's fine. Now, if Conor Benn comes up again and he says, he's popped dirty for something, you can't use the first situation because according to you, he's innocent. So that first situation shouldn't matter. I'm saying the way you keep bringing up these 3-4 times, it should not matter because it wasn't proven.
No, it does matter. It does matter because...
Come on, man.
It matters. It matters.
I'm sorry.
People are going to form an opinion based on
based on four adverse findings. Of course they are. Yeah.
They're going to form an opinion, and this is it. Like I said, I can't sit here and say that he's innocent because VADA says he isn't. However, I will keep the same energy that I kept with Conor, which is to dress back. And you've never really heard me speak about Conor and the drugs thing because I don't understand it anyway. So I step back and just let it play out. Let it play out. Let them come out with the evidence. However, Travis, I will ask, since you are strongly connected with David Hay, David Hay's been seen to say that Chisora told him earlier, a week ago, that my man was juicing. So, where's that come from?
Travis.
Because everyone's saying the results came out on the 5th of August.
They claimed it came out in the morning. But then if you go back on the timeline and see when Derek Chisora got added to the lineup out of nowhere, it would look like this was kind of in the works anyway. So they knew his test was dirty. This weren't no morning of information.
Trevor, are you sitting on privileged information that you haven't brought to the community? I don't want to know because
the David
you
Hay
and-
interview
all I'm
is in the
saying
public
you
space.
and David Hay are close. I'm not as close as you and David Hay. He was at your engagement. Yeah, when you got engaged, am I lying? Now
He wasn't at my engagement.
He was
wasn't at
there.
my
Did he take a
engagement,
picture of you when you got engaged. Yes or no?
bro. he had a party same day that man was going to. That's funny still.
No, but somebody in the chat put up a very good point. Why didn't they release the face off? Or was the face off usually released the week before the fight?
So if they're saying that this was from a week old information, Derek Chisora gets added to the lineup out of nowhere. The whole thing looks like we're putting this thing in place to prepare people for what is about to come out. It's not hard to work out the timeline of things and why this looks nuts.
I feel like something's going on in there. I feel like I don't know what's going on right now.
How? All of this stuff is public information. You men are trying to go like I'm doing conspiracy right now.
No. I'm just saying that it's just the timing of it's odd. I'm no drugs expert. I don't work for VADA, so I can't sit here and shout out that he's innocent. But like I said, I've kept the same energy that I did with Conor Benn, and I've just like, I'll dress back and wait to, the release, what the substance is, blah, blah, blah. All of that will come out in due course because they've got a duty of care to obviously let Team AJ know what's come up in his system. But like I said, with all the collective things, you can see why some people will have, hold on, this is a little bit dodgy. You've got to think that AJ goes to Saudi to fight Deontay Wilder for 60 plus million. And the Saudis have literally said, listen, if he loses that fight with Dillian, this fight's off. Yeah, not that he gets less money. They said, it's in the bin. I thought it was they'll just lower the purse. No, the fight's off. You've got to think that nobody really wanted AJ to fight Dillian in the first place. So I'm just saying, as a collective summary of events, you can see why some people would say.
It's a setup.
I like where
I can see why some people. I'm not saying nothing, but what I'm saying is I can see why some people would look at it that way. However, you would presume that people in these high positions wouldn't lie. So that's why I said I'm sitting back and waiting to see what VADA says is in his system. But either or, whatever it is, Dillian Whyte's career is now ruined. And that's that AJ will still go on. He'll still go on to fight. Dillian Whyte is now fully in the mud.
Yeah, but if he is dirty, if the possibility is that he's dirty, what would you need to see from the results? We need to
know findings. We need to know because I feel this is so
remember Amir Khan when he had his post-fight test, and it was literally like, I know it's post-fight, and obviously we're speaking about pre-fight, but they said it was such a low trace amount that they actually couldn't afford it to say it would have been in his system that it would have done any performance enhancing. However, he still failed. He still gave a positive test. So what I'm saying is, let's just wait and see what's come out, because it's literally the news has been slapped out. The fight's cancelled.
The problem is that we're asking for this patience as if it's his first offense, and I completely understand everything you're saying. But when it's not the first offense, you're not going to get that patience. When you if you appear before the judge on the fourth time, I promise you're not going to get the same consideration.
I didn't do it this time. No, I didn't commit.
I hear what you're saying.
So you can't make it seem like it's you back Conor in the past, or when it was such a messy, when it was like a clearly a messy situation and it's still ongoing all now. But whereas the man that's been through this thing 4 times.
Yeah, but I look at things on say individual basis. I'm not going to say just because you've done it before, you've done it now.
Thank you.
I do hear you.
To have where it's like, oh well, look at him standing over there with his gold teeth. He's going to do something. Do you know what I mean? It's that kind of thing. Like I said, I am not saying.
When you go to loan money is based on everything you've done up to this point.
I get it, but it doesn't mean that you're not going to get paid back. You're basing it on a probability. But like I said to you, I'm not saying that he is innocent. What I'm saying is, like I did with Conor, I just took a back step and let all that drugs thing play out. I'm no expert. I don't even understand how that works. But I'm like I didn't with Conor. You never see me like tweeting or going on mad saying because I'm not in it. Let that play out. But
that's right. We want the judicial process to go as planned.
Cool.
And this is it. And
Cool.
people like Travis don't want to wait for justice. He just wants to convict man before anything.
Nah,
fam.
remember, I'm angry. I'm annoyed this fight ain't happening. It took a while for us to really get behind the fact that this was going to be the opponent. And for this to happen over something like this, over a fight that is not the fight. This isn't the fight. This is a fight that man had to, okay, cool. Yeah, this is going to be the one to get AJ going again. Then they sit down in the press conference and there's no smoke in the press and the gloves are off that we've seen in little clips of. And we're like, okay, well, we're finally getting our head round to it. And now there's drugs involved.
It's a liberty. It's a violation.
Come on,
man. We'll talk to you, man. We got to get other people on.
Yeah. Thank you.
Big up, man.
I'll speak to you in a bit.
Speak to you in a bit. Love it,
Life
man.
of Deji goes, your wife cheats 3 times, then gets accused on the 4th based on some dodgy text messages. You giving her the benefit of the doubt? Stop. Thank you, man. I'm not. I'm just on some hating thing right now.
God. I gotta say that again. The wife has been accused.
Read there it is. Your wife cheats 3 times.
No, don't say it. A wife has been accused of cheating 3 times.
Okay, then gets accused on the 4th time based on some dodgy text messages. Are you giving her the benefit of the doubt?
The only issue with the life of Deji is saying the wife cheats 3 times. That's saying that they've actually been cheating.
Okay, cool. But the text says, "Did you get home okay? I just got back in now. Still 2 a.m." What you saying? Benefit of doubt.
I gotta see what do you call it? The trace amounts in the text, fam. I gotta see the trace amounts. Let me talk to Elijah, bro. Hey, Elijah.
Yo, what's going on, Pete? What's going on, man? Hope you guys are blessed.
We're blessed, man. We're having big issues. Who should AJ? One thing. Who should AJ fight? That's an important question.
All right. Well, generally speaking, obviously, if we're talking for the casual perspective, I will get why the picture Sora. Yeah. Now, generally, like as a hardcore boxing fan, yeah, that ain't doing much for us, but it is what it is, isn't it? Generally, who I would prefer him to go in there is with Gerald Washington. Yeah.
Okay.
That's just keeping it 100. What's this trace amount of?
He's waiting to see the levels. He's waiting to see the. That's a 2 grams. Wait.
I can't read. They broke me. I'm
broke. Sorry, bro. Oh, bro. Land that way again, bro.
Wow. Shout out to that brother, man. Yeah. So, I will go with Gerald Washington.
Okay.
It is what it is. Obviously, it's the best kind of preparation you could get for Wilder. It will give Malik Scott a kind of good feel at what Joshua's about. Yeah. As for Dillian, now obviously coming from south of the river, Miguel's and all that kind of stuff there, I've always backed my guy. Like I've always backed him, but I've got to keep it 100, man. Ain't looking good. Now, I'm not gonna go out there and bash him and say Rava is a drugs cheat and all this kind of stuff there. Everything has to come out. But I'm just telling you right now, it does not look good. What people forget, this is his 4th case. Okay, he had 1 in kickboxing. Yeah. Now he got he got the over counter. He got banned for 2 years. Then the Rivas fight, and if you actually look on it, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure they didn't test the B sample.
But when because everyone was asking Eddie, where's the B sample? I remember that being the
that's been a long-term thing.
But then, this is madness though, because even with the Rivas one, wasn't he clear for the because that one went to court, right?
It was clear to fight on the day, if I can remember. Right. If I can remember, it was clear to fight on the day.
Because they say it was like a hit job from someone someone put out an article. They're saying it's a hit job from the people in America that don't really like Eddie, right? That was one of the theories.
Is that what they were saying back then?
That's what they're saying back then. That's what they're saying.
What I thought it was. What I thought it was, because what's that brother that's in the boxing board, and he's also a one of the boards for the WBC. It's not Robert Smith. It's one of the other brothers.
See, it was a contamination. There you go. Here you go. Rivas fight.
Okay,
case because he proved it. It was a contamination with supplement. B sample isn't needed. There you go. Like it's a liberty.
Okay, cool.
We keep
Cool.
like I think what's unfair is I get it, like the sketchy one, and there's the over the counter one that he had in his the 2-year ban, and now it's like that situation's happened, and now he's just a cheat because anytime it comes up again, we'll mark it down saying, "Well, again." It's like, bro, what do I do now? Because yes, that first situation was something, but we got to look at all these situations individually. Is the point I'm making?
I hear what you're saying, but bro,
at least wait to hear what's in the. If they say to us, it's some performance drug that makes you, I don't know, can make you last longer in the ring, this, that, and the other. We haven't heard anything. All we just heard is there's adverse findings. What are those adverse findings? Before we heard WBC come out and say, hey, it's the eggs. We ain't heard nothing. We don't know anything about this. There's not even what's in there.
I hear that. And like
obviously, there's more information, still pending to come. We are definitely getting ahead of it.
But one thing I'm going to say is this. Obviously, we don't know. Unless there's contamination. That's it. But, bro, all right, you've gone through this,
Lanius.
What's it, 3 times now? This is the 4th time. Yeah, bro, within the 3 times you've gone through this, especially with the last one, you know, he's looking at 2-year ban or whatever he was looking at then, bro, you are going to be on the ball with everything. You're going to check everything. You're not going to you're not taking no supplements, nothing no protein shakes, nothing, because you already know that for him. You get what I'm saying? One brother said on this private chat thing, which is true, you can't put Conor Ben and Dillian in the same you can't put them in the same place because Conor is the future for Matchroom. Matchroom ain't got no stars. That's the reason why Conor Ben, that Eddie Hearn and Matchroom are going to back Conor. Do you get what I'm saying? When Joshua retires, where's Eddie's money coming from? Who's the biggest draw right now for Matchroom behind Joshua?
Yeah, it's looking mad still.
You get what I'm saying? So that's just keep it 100. But bro.
Gee, I like what you listen. It's interesting. They're saying Hellenius is the number one person.
No. Let's not go there, bro. Let's not go there. Like, bro, I know he got the win on the weekend, but bro, last time I saw him,
he looked rubbish, bro.
He got broke up, like, bro.
Wow,
man lay flat on the floor to waste, bro. No. Listen, Washington, I would like Washington. If not Washington, Chisora, I get it. But one thing I will say as well, if this test came out a week before, that's what David Hayes said, right? That's
right.
Yeah. Now, once again, with Eddie Hearn and them man there, like I said, we don't know. But bro, why are you allowing the pay-per-view buyers to keep going, to keep pushing? Why are you, and the whole thing about Derek Chisora and Washington.
Yeah, Hayes saying that is crazy because
bro, who's that brother? They said Hergovich is the best option, 100%. But I'm gonna be real with you.
They're not gonna take the Hergovich fight.
No, that's a risk. That's a risk.
And to be honest, on a late notice thing, bro, when the champion is getting away with having a full camp for a Derek Chisora, and right now he's over there fighting Ngannou, bro. Certain times it's like Hergovich is gonna be an opponent that you'd want a full camp for.
Yeah, you can't
throw him in the last minute.
1 week.
Yeah,
and I know a lot of people looking at the Zhang thing. A lot of people looking at the Zhang thing. What you got to take into consideration, man lost his father. Yeah, Hergovich lost his father. Within that time. But bro, you do not know preparation. What Hergovich for 1 week preparation?
Yeah, and also it's like, has Hergovich come out and said he would take this fight? Because he's mandatory for the IBF, right?
Yeah.
So why would he risk that? Why would you? I mean, unless he weighs the payday with AJ up more than getting a title shot, I don't know that he's definitely going to want to take it either.
Sorry, say that again, bro.
I said I don't know that Hergovich is gonna, unless he's been vocal and calling out for AJ. Why would he guaranteedly take this fight? Because he's mandatory for the IBF, which is the belt that Usyk has. So surely he'd be like, I could get a title shot or I could go get paid with AJ. I don't think he necessarily would value the AJ fight right now for nothing over that.
Yeah, you got. Nah.
I don't know.
Don't know, man. But
listen, bro, Elijah, we keep it moving, man. But thank you for calling in, fam. Good call as always. I love that,
respect, man.
Everyone's on fire, fam. Let's do it. Let me go. You know what? Because we kept iBoxing Hub waiting last time. I want to bring him come on. Oh yeah, that's coming. There you go. Yo, my twin. What's going on,
bro?
Hey. I hope we got the same takes right now. I hope you're here to defend Dillian and you're not here to do nonsense.
Innocent until proven guilty.
That's right. The floor's yours, bro. The floor's yours, fam.
There's two opponents I think AJ should fight. I think one of them being Baby Miller, he can save the show. Finish this. Secondly, I think Herkovich, because it makes sense. Just think about it, right? He's mandatory for the IBF. If he then potentially can defend his spot against Wilder. If he beats Wilder, then the decisions on AJ are either challenge Tyson Fury for the WBC or a trilogy with Usyk again.
I hear it. But that's why I'm curious to know if Hergovich has like been talking up getting the AJ fight this week, because a lot of people are throwing his name forward, but there's no telling that he is going to want this, because somebody just said it in the chat just now saying obviously AJ has a week to prepare for him, but he would also have a week to go for AJ, and I don't know that he's necessarily just going to jump in like that.
I mean, financially, it makes sense for Herkovich because that would be his biggest payday.
This is it.
I mean, I don't know if he would want to take the fight, but if I was his advisor, I would. I know Baby Miller, he wants AJ badly. He wants AJ. And I think him and Miller will save the show. It will be pay-per-view.
It'll be a good fight. If we get... Big Baby Miller is the one that, like...
Taking a guy out for drugs and bringing a guy who's a proven drug cheat as a replacement would be wild optics, though.
Served his clean.
Say again? As in drugs has taken him out the fight, and then bringing a guy who's a proven drug cheat as the replacement would be like boxing would just look nuts.
I know boxing looks crazy anyway. boxing is wild right now. Where we stand with boxing, and we knew it was only a matter of time. Obviously, the Fury fans, they found a way to blame AJ for this, for all of this. I find that, but again, it is what it is. The worst thing is you can't bring in what's the Aussie guy that we heard that could have been
Dempsey. I think he's on the undercard as well. He's already on it. See, I mean, it's an interesting one. I mean, if you want to do story time and make it seem like, if he fights Gerald Washington, then it's like Malik Scott, another one of his fighters, and then Wilder's next is another one of his fighters. Yeah, I mean, he can do that thing, but to be honest, I just look at it like Dillian is the one that's messed this up. Do you see what I'm saying? This ain't an AJ problem. So if he was to pull in a replacement and decide, you know what, bring Gerald Washington, let me just knock him out, or bring Chisora, let me knock him out. He's not the bad guy in this situation.
Have you started to think about what Chisora versus AJ, just the fun of it? Because if Fury can fight him recently, Fury told us, Frank Warren told us that Chisora is a great opponent, this, that, and the other. Do you remember when they said that? Chisora is a wicked opponent, this, that, and the other. We have to watch this fight. Well, it's going to be fantastic.
You know what, yeah? Let's go back to the conversation about when we were saying, is Chisora and Dillian White that far apart in levels? I've never said Dillian was mad levels above Chisora. I'm not trying to sell Chisora here, but at the same time, style-wise, it would probably look the same.
Yeah. Who gave Fury the better fight? None of them did.
No, they both came in and got washed, man. They both came in and got washed.
My question to you two is that who would you want AJ to fight then?
Oh, man.
Who would I want? I'd want him to fight Dillian White and there not be any bloody scandal. But of the man that's potentially around, I mean, Otto Wallen has thrown his name in the hat. I think he should just go and bang him up and just get that conversation.
Guys, AJ can beat Hergovich, man. You lot calling it risk. Hergovich ain't that good. I don't even know why everyone's rating Hergovich as if he just ranked high. He ain't amazing. Like, I don't know why we're afraid of. It's not even. I don't see the big risk in Hergovich. If we're talking about dining with we're talking about dining with the elite. Yeah, if you're talking about, let's say, Fury, the Dillians, and the fighters that have been requested to go to Saudi, these names is not Hergovich, fam. Pull him up, say, let's go. What do you mean? You've been training. I've been training. I'll mash you up. I know we all saw Zhang beat Hergovich. But all of a sudden, now because he's the guy coming up and he's the younger guy,
I hear you.
similar to what they did with Dillian versus Chisora in the first one. They was like, oh, listen, it's too tight. We'll go with the younger guy with more to. We'll go with that guy, and that's all it was. When you say there's not a big separation between Dillian and Chisora, I agree with you. At one time it was that, but I don't see Hrgović being this amazing. Like,
nah, Hrgović is a better fighter than you're having him come across.
AJ
bro.
not better than him though.
Bro, it's not about that. It's not about that. I'm saying Hrgović is better than you're making him come across in this conversation.
I hear it, but AJ's mixed it up with Usyk. AJ's gonna go and fight. AJ's gonna go and fight Deontay Wilder. I would like him to have a real challenge, then mess around and be fighting these guys that it's not gonna help him going into. If I do get the trilogy in Usyk, He's
not doing the trilogy with Usyk, bro.
I'm just saying
for Wilder. He's preparing for that Wilder payday.
I agree, but then wouldn't it make sense fighting someone that I've got to be smart. I can't keep my head on the line. I got to move well. It makes more sense.
List or Hunter or Bacoli.
What? You say Michael Hunter? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Or Bacoli.
To be honest, I don't really think either of those guys give men problems.
Bro, we're just scraping the barrel.
Yeah,
man.
now we're unnecessarily scraping. The reason why these names is because these men were on the undercard. These men are already on the undercard, so at least they've been doing a camp. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of men right now popping up to talk about, I'm ready to go. It's not, their men ain't been training like how these guys have been training. So that's why it's like, for the sake of entertainment value and just fitness over like at least 6 rounds, Dempsey, Hrgović, Washington and Chisora are the names that are going to come. But Otto Wallin keeps on popping up. I'd like to see him go and smoke Otto Wallin because realistically, he had a good night against Fury and has done sweet FA since. Like, if anyone's taken a look at Otto Wallin recently, they wouldn't be quickly to throw him in there. So I'm like, go and take him. But apparently Andy Ruiz, Andy Ruiz is throwing his name in the hat as well.
I am giving that one the ring out, fam. I'm not answering the call to Andy Ruiz.
Andy Ruiz.
Nope.
To be honest, I feel like he had the measure of him in the second fight. Like, I know people are going to talk about his shape. It would just be
AJ, are you answering the phone to Andy Ruiz?
Bro, it would just be a jab fest. It would be over 12 rounds. It would look the same as it did in the second fight, in my opinion.
Are you answering the phone though? If you're AJ, you're gonna pick up the phone and be like, yeah, let's go.
Because what they're on, bro. I'm just saying, I feel like he's got the measure of him anyway. We've got a super chat here from Bolts.
Big up, iBoxing Hub.
Take care, bro.
Let me say, plug your channel quickly. Let everyone know where to find you.
Yeah.
That's our YouTube channel,
iBoxing Hub.
iBoxing Hub, yeah. Big up, bro. Man. Got a super chat from Bolts. He goes, can't see him picking Hellenius. They know if AJ don't KO him in round 1, he'll get stick after what Wilder done. I feel like they're gonna pull a wild card out. Boy.
Wait, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna bring him base. Obviously, he's got parliamentary proceedings and powers, fam. You can't have him waiting out here, fam. There you go, bro. Right now, there's someone will say it's looking kind of Somalian runner-ish the way I just let you just jump into this race. You're kind of low, but
well, you know what? I'm only gonna be here for like 2 minutes and let everyone else jump in.
Cool.
Obviously, you can ask me whatever questions afterwards. I just want to make 2 things clear. Obviously, a lot of people have said that Dillian failed thing for MMA back in the day. That's factually incorrect. He's never failed anything for MMA. The reason he had an issue was when he was when he turned amateur. He didn't disclose and they didn't know that he had the big amateur, he had the big pro MMA background. So that's why he got suspended from amateurs, hence why he turned professional. So there was never any drug scandal.
It wasn't a PED thing?
No, never. So that's that one. Obviously, we all know about the Jack 3D. Like, when it went on the list, it had traces of it in his system. Yeah, cool, convicted. They accepted. That's the reason he got 2-year ban instead of a 4-year, because they accepted it was recently added to the list, but it was still in his system, traces of it. So he got banned for that. Cool. 2019, you had Oscar Rivas. Again, VADA, I even put it in the chat and I read it out on my channel yesterday. You can read the whole statement. It's there. You can find it. It's not hidden anywhere. UCAD put out the whole thing saying his test was clear with a contamination based on all the previous tests, hence why the B sample didn't need to be tested. So literally, he's only failed technically 1 test, and we now have this adverse finding. Yes, it's a third adverse, and I'm not gonna just be out here backing him like, he's innocent, because I don't know. But I feel like people people are running with misinformation, which is just making it worse. That's the issue.
Let me just put back on my Avrex, fam, because you came in and done a feel confident about
that's literally it. Like I can't say whether he's done it or not. I mean, I've heard the same reports as everyone else. I'm hearing about multiple failings on this one. Like none of it sounds good. It's worse because it's him and obviously there's previous issues. But when people are like, oh, he's failed 3 tests, well, no, he hasn't. He failed 1. He was cleared of the other, and there's an adverse now.
It's not the failing free. It's your name keeps coming up in these conversations that make it hard to have any patience in these things here. That's what the situations are. So whilst the situation was, the story was, contamination. One thing we have to accept: we will never know the truth. And I say that I've said that on previous conversations about the Conor Ben thing. At this point, we will never know the absolute gospel fact of any of this. But with Conor, it's the first time. With Dillian, it's the third. Do you understand? Like, so patience, asking for patience and people to go through due process is a hard ask at this point. All we know is that we're not getting him and AJ again. We're probably not going to get that fight again.
I hear that. And the only things, right, that I then have to sort of look at, and I'm not even referring back to the tweet that I put up the other day about the Zone's UK pay-per-views always seeming to have an issue. But if we're looking at the whole Conor Ben thing, right? So we know that he had the one VADA test where something popped up and he thought, oh, well, that's nothing. Yeah, forget all that. And then it happened again, like 2 months later. He's like, yo, what's going on? So he had that, and then obviously they've gone through whatever process they've gone through to try and see how they can make that one work. They've signed the fight and all that stuff. And apparently Eubank knew about the second one. He didn't know about the first, knew about the second one. And when Dillian's saying, well, yo, they've just taken me out of this thing and ain't even given me a chance to speak. I've only heard about it today and you've already removed me. Like, there's a lot of things within the whole scenario that are sounding like, boy, there could be some either collusions or some madness going on. And then you factor in the whole David Hay thing, even though, I don't even know if I trust that, because apparently, Derek called Spencer yesterday or something, and Derek was like, well, what the hell is Dillian doing? So it's like, so if he knew that this test happened a week ago, why would he be messaging Spencer like, what's going on with your boy? Why wouldn't you have messaged him last week about it? You know what I mean? So there's a lot of things that just are not adding up at the moment. But what I will say is I'm not backing Dillian in the sense that, yo, I believe in my brother, but I'm waiting until I hear more before I give my thing, because I feel like he deserves that based on what happened the last time. That's all I say.
Good case. Cool.
I love it. I love it. You know what? Again, are you doing it? Are you not going to do a breakdown for the Serrano?
I'll speak to Tony. I'll let everyone know, because to be honest, because there was literally nothing on apart from that, and no one would have watched. There was a decent card on Friday on the Zone, but I know no one watched it. So we might skip it and maybe just add it to next week.
Yeah,
we'll talk about it.
That's smart. All right, listen, bro. Big up. Thank you for coming in.
That's up,
oh, brother.
They're calling him the young knowledge, fam. They're saying that he's getting there.
Face ain't playing, fam.
Face ain't playing, fam.
Face basically one of them guys now. He speaks. You don't really challenge it. You just go, I hear that still.
Yes. Gonna work out, everybody. Happy work. What's going on, fam?
Yeah. So somehow you two haven't mentioned this already. Don't you think it's stupid of why? Obviously, VADA is a voluntary test. Isn't it stupid that he wouldn't make sure he's clean before taking a voluntary test?
No, I think they sign up to the voluntary. They sign up to the program voluntarily, and then they pull up on you anytime they want.
They can pull up. Yeah, that was what it was. They just
that's why when you sign up the next day, you've got to go to your local laboratory and make sure you're clean. Do it immediately. No pussyfooting around.
This guy.
Not the local laboratory. No, it's a random. VADA randomly shows up, so that's why they couldn't. You could do nothing about it. But then we just need to. What I would like here is the information should be out by now. We just heard, he's done something, and we haven't heard anything. And then people are using the Eddie Hearn angle, saying, well, Eddie Hearn has not really backed him in the same way. Well, listen, guys, he hasn't had the greatest relationship with Eddie Hearn in recent times. Right. He said, Eddie Hearn close to Thingy's balls. Now I know Eddie Hearn was laughed it off, but he didn't like that in the presser. He's saying, "Right, like I don't think their relationship is where it needs to be." You know,
if they're on a fight, they're on a fight by fight arrangement, aren't they? They're not even really on the.
It's not the same.
Cahoots. You know, remember when they used to pull up and they used to go out events and that together?
They used to be at events together.
They don't move like that together.
They don't look like they have that relationship anymore. It looks very strained and very different, even to the point of, you know, when you're talking to, like, you're hearing in the background that even in the Gloves Are Off, they're not even promoting and doing too much. Dillian's quite quiet. He's not doing. They're not selling anything. He's not helping him sell the fight, and he's like, raw, like, you've been moving mad, you know? Because even in it, let's say the when you hear about the Gloves Are Off, or I don't know what they call it, I can't remember. It wasn't fireworks, bro. Nothing's getting on in it, you know.
We haven't watched all of it, so how do you know?
Well, now I've been told still.
Yeah, it weren't crazy.
It wasn't crazy. We got a friend in it. We got the friend that was sitting there, fam. He said it was calm, fam.
yeah, fair enough.
So then that's it. So now you're talking about someone that's not trying to sell a fight that I need to sell. What are you doing? So you can tell that there's already kind of the relationship's not right. The relationship's not right.
But it's not one that they're gonna, you know, it's not one they're gonna sabotage. What you trying to suggest? There's some type of sabotage there.
I'm just saying that things are not okay with Eddie and Dillian. That's what it feels like anyway. Yeah, and that's not like that from before. So it's not something brand new. It always kind of looks like a weird and funny relationship. So when you're asking for him, is he gonna go out his way to defend him? Absolutely not, because as people said different to Connor, this is not the new guy that I need to put all my investment into. Because it's not like I've been building him. This guy's like, we're calling him, what are we saying about him now? We're calling him the
body injector.
We keep calling him
the oh, that's crazy. But the maddest thing is this, right? You're dealing with two separate personalities, two separate people together. Eddie, no promoter needs to stand by a fighter that is in this situation. Okay, cool. Unless you like we're saying, obviously with Connor, he's invested for the future, him being the next guy. Or he just heavily believes that he's telling the truth.
Yeah, okay. You can't let. I guess Matchroom, Eddie Hearn, they can't let dodgy shit happen again. Like a similar incident to Conor Benn. So that's like another reason why he's not sticking up for White. But I don't care. You've got to be consistent. Let all these guys juice.
Do you remember when I said that years ago on the pod, bro?
Yep, and there's some people in this boxing world, YouTubers that would agree with me. Let all these guys juice. No, whatever. He was fine to let a potentially juiced up Conor Benn fight Chris Eubank Jr. So you've got to let. I'm not saying why is juiced up, but so what if he is? He was willing to let Conor if that Daily Mail post never got released, he was willing to let a potentially juiced up Conor Benn into the ring with Chris Eubank Jr. So let Dillian White juiced up in the ring with AJ. Let it happen.
That's a wild take, bro. That is a wild take. But you remember when we first started this pod, one of the things I said was if we had a division of boxing where the men were allowed to go and juice and the clean side was over here. After a while, when they both exist, who do you think people are going to go watch? I don't know, bro. 12 rounds end-to-end action, no knockdowns, just clean shots, no head movement, just taking on the chin. I don't know, bro. It's mad. But obviously, that's not healthy. We can't endorse that.
But the Unified Juice Champion is crazy.
The Unified J Champ. The J Champ. They just call it J Boxing.
Nah. Let's get wait.
Francis, what's going on, bro?
Francis.
Yo, glad to be on the show. I'm just gonna start. I think what Eddie Hearn should do now is Miller versus White, juice-a-thon. Like, who has the most juice? I think that would really sell.
Who got the juice?
You know what's so funny with Francis? Yeah, he set that punch up perfectly because he sounded so responsible, fam.
I know he sounded like someone who, yeah.
Well, but yeah, man, he did that shit, man. He did that. I'll just say,
whatever they say.
AJ, with the whole AJ stuff, right? I think, do you know what? I think he shouldn't fight I think he shouldn't fight. I think he should go back to training camp with Derek James and just keep working because
no, man, they gotta have a run out, man. They gotta have a run out.
Yeah, but like if AJ goes there and blows him out in a round 2, what's the point?
Do it, bro. Do it. You got a KO. Go out there and just say, listen, Dillian juiced. Otherwise, I'd have fought Dillian White. It's not my fault. Blame him, and then keep it moving.
I think like a few weeks ago, someone came on this show and was talking about some black Air Forces. You know what? That guy might have had a point, because he said as soon as he saw Dillian White's black trainers, he started saying, I'm not gonna lie, I'm starting to make the correlation, but yeah, I mean, I feel bad for White because I'm like,
this is horrible for White, especially if this doesn't.
Payday's gone.
Check this out, yeah. If this doesn't turn out to be anything, if this is another, we thought it was something, but we apologize, and you actually clear this, that, and the other, what does he do now? What, like, it's a situation. Let's say he gets. I'm not saying he's innocent in it. I don't know yet. But if this now turns out that he was clear and it wasn't as what we're led to believe, then it's like, well, you just affected his whole situation because he hasn't got a lot of places to go. Again, who wants to fight Dillian? There's not a lot of guys screaming for him.
What about all of these drugs adverse findings is some kind of proxy war between other promoters? Like, you see how the Western world like to use other countries and that, and they'd be like, "Oh, we're giving these men weapons to go and do their thing." And was like, "Yes." So the man are like, "Bro, I'm gonna just go over there and just sabotage you, man, in the laboratory."
Listen, that's serious, but like, I don't know. Let's just see how it plays out. But I'm about to go back to a few weeks ago, Terence Crawford versus Spence, and I think Crawford like won that fight. Like, everyone knows he won, but did you see the gloves?
This brother said, "I think Crawford won that fight."
No, but
bro, what type of take is that?
Nick, I was watching the fight in slow mo, right, and I was looking at Crawford's gloves, and I was like, "This is giving me fury." Like, I don't know, but I'm just saying,
bro. Let me ask you a question. Have you? No, bring it back. I gotta see him. Bro, have you ever put on boxing gloves before?
Yeah.
Have you ever stretched your hand out in boxing gloves?
No.
Try it and then come back and have this conversation about what Crawford's gloves look like, because that's an outrageous take. Absolutely awful. Send him away. Worst
no, yeah, that's a 2-game. That's a 2-week ban. I
can't believe what we just seen here.
A 2-week ban. He said, "I'm surprised you let him get." That's a 2-week.
No, I had to give him homework because you got to go and do that. There's a picture of Crawford wearing gloves, and he's tucked up like that, and he's opened up his hand. And man is saying, "Bro, them gloves look a bit." Bro, listen, go get some gloves and put those on. Go put those on. That's homework for everyone who wants to chat nonsense, man. That's outrageous.
6 points on his license.
6 points in his license as well. DVLA will be in touch, bro.
Not
absolutely disgusting.
Man said Budgate,
He was sent here by the PBC, UK PBC division. Flip me, bro.
Wait,
egregious take.
You think
you will not be disrespecting Terence Bud Crawford's great night on this podcast. No chance, my friend. The hell out of here.
Wait, let me read this one. That was wicked, though. That was good for him, though. But he's on a ban. He's on a ban. 100%. And if there's another person with the name Francis, you're just gonna have to firm his ban with him because we all know him. Yeah, you got at least a week ban.
Man, I say he's snorting wheat bix.
I find it hilarious that you ain't taking into account that Hearn is inconsistent. I barely got to speak. JD05.
That's Josh, bro.
Oh, I always forget that. That's Josh,
Hey, let's get Georgian.
Yeah, let's do it.
What's going on, bro?
Yeah, what's happening, fellas? How are you?
We're good, bro, man. How you doing, bro?
Yeah, long time since our last conversation, KG, mate. Your mate Okoli. You didn't manage to come over.
The Okoli thing, yeah, and it's mad, because I ain't seen my guy Okoli for a while. Like,
they stitched them up nicely, mate. Fighting in the backyard of a contender. But anyways, Dillian White.
Yep.
He's goose is cooked, mate. Honestly, I think I've been watching since the Tyson Fury fight, and even what's his name? Eddie wasn't really sold on him on that time. Remember, he was even promoting the fight with him.
Yeah.
So I think it's been done. That relationship has been done since. And then when I knew, it was on the final straw was him going on TalkSport, trying to, just get himself to fight, saying,
Yes, remember that. Yes, there you go.
That was a bit desperate for me. So I think this relationship's been done for quite some time.
You know what? You're very on point. I'll never forget that because he almost cornered him. If you have his number, there's no way you need to go through a Simon Jordan or this, that, and the other. You called into TalkSport to say, listen, I backed you up. You have to see me now. We didn't want to talk.
And that was perfect PR from Dillian, because obviously he knows the whole Simon Jordan, TalkSport, AJ situation. So he cornered them into that kind of, all right, accept the fight and I'll take it. So obviously when this happened, Eddie's like, yeah, I got you now, mate. So he's getting the fuck out of here. So that was it. And with me, to be honest with you, I'm not too sad that Dillian is not going to fight AJ. To be honest with you, I think he would have lost anyways. I think AJ fighting Dillian. I mean, not Dillian. Deontay was a big prize anyways. I think some way, somehow, even if they fought and it was a close one, AJ would have got the decision. It wouldn't have been anything like exciting, especially with the way AJ's boxing now anyways. So I think we've not really missed out on any big spectacle. Just my personal opinion anyway. So
yeah, but then what I'm not gonna lie to you. Yeah? I just want to see the fight. I was like, I wasn't overly excited, but this fight week coming up, I was like, you know what?
I'd have been comfortable watching this on Saturday night.
I wanted to see it.
But this is the thing why you guys are falling for this, yeah. The contenders that you guys are saying AJ should fight in replacement, yeah. When you really deep it, is Dillian worth £27 on pay-per-view? He's not. He really isn't. It's just because of the backstory. Two lads from London. They marketed it well.
It's the backstory with him and AJ, though.
But this is why you guys fall for this, no? You guys fall for the banner.
It's not about falling for it, bro. It's not about falling for it. It's the fact that this is the angle. That's what it is. It's always been the rematch. It's I'm the one that can get to you. That's what Dillian has been riding on. Yeah, but then AJ is still worth a pay-per-view anyway.
Yeah, AJ's worth a pay-per-view, but you guys touched on it earlier, yeah? Dillian ain't even promoting fights. Since the Tyson Fury fight, he's just been tepid now. The old, wild, you know what I mean? Dillian White that we saw back in the day. We always talk about AJ's lost the fight. I think Dillian's lost a bit of that as well. But yeah, I think it's the end for him, unfortunately. Like, where does he go from here? Who do I really want to see him fight? Maybe once he beats his case, he'll fight a Cody, you know? And these guys can have a snooze fest, hugging each other and that, but... Yeah.
To be honest, I think him and Chisora there's still that trilogy.
No, I do not.
No, stop
that,
mate.
Travis, stop that right now.
Stop that.
If you don't think that fight can run, I want
to see Dillian and Chisora pull up again,
bro.
Listen, this is the thing about boxing, and you lot may cut me off for this, but you lot are all laughing at Derek Chisora. He's one of our own. He gets the crowd up, Sweet Caroline and all that, But when he's in a wheelchair, who's going to be pushing him around? Honestly,
absolutely. But if you can't make him, you can't make him retire though. That's the part where it's like it's a weird situation because he's going to fight. The guy is addicted to this thing, and that's what he's on.
Sorry, go ahead.
I want to see Dillian White versus Ruiz. That's a fight. They've been talking to each other for time. Why not?
Dillian White is a server 2-year ban, man. He's done. So I'm just more focused on what's gonna go on this weekend. I want to see a decent fight, man, because like the weekend's 4 days away, 5 days away. We need to see a decent replacement. I do not want to see Chisora or some sparring match. I want AJ in real jeopardy. Because that's what he's going to face when he's in there with Deontay. So let's see what AJ's got left in the tank. So it's a quick one from me.
I like
but
that one. I like
that's
that.
That's my thanks, man.
It's a good take. It's good. I like the thing saying he wants to see AJ in some jeopardy because he's going into jeopardy soon. So we need to see him just prepare himself for what's to come. It's easy playing I'm not saying like these kind of pre-season type vibes. You don't need that. These men are not going to help you be better for what's ahead. What's ahead potentially?
But the problem is, you're not. no one, you don't do this. This fight is a stay busy fight. The Dillian fight was a stay busy fight. It wasn't a fight that anybody needed to have. Yeah, them men were opting between whether I'm going to fight or I'm going to not. Now you're in a situation where you're going to pick a last minute opponent to go and get ready for the main fight. You're not going to go and pick some difficult or tricky opponent on a last minute thing on a fight like this. If this was like higher stakes and it's like it's a I don't know what other stakes. You know, like when I don't know. I don't even know another example, but that's not a sensible move with the current state of play for AJ right now. I just look at it and I'm like, bro, go and bang over one of these youths, bro. Washington, just like whatever. I don't even really care anymore about pulling in the Ruiz last minute, pulling in these guys last minute. Really?
I don't listen, bro.
What would Fury do in this situation?
Am I fighting, man? He just chat shit.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, we hold him to this mad standard of like, yeah, pulling a big top competitor last minute. Come on, man. No one's doing that. It's a stay busy fight. Go pick another dude. Go and knock out whoever, and then go get ready for Wilder. Because that's what this is all about.
It's true.
I said I hear it, before, but I changed my mind, man.
I hear it, man. This is terrible. I wanted to get your.
Josh said if AJ failed the drug test, this fight would go ahead. What about that? Big man, we're doing hypotheticals. AJ ain't failed no tests. Relax with this narrative.
This is funny. Someone said, look, jump down. That's funny. Fury will tire too. Drug scandals disappeared.
Wait, hold on. What was that last super chat?
Oh,
there we go. I hear it's Otto Wallin. Sorry. If it's true, that's just madness. Glass chin, marble boy will crumble. Wallin really troubled Fury. Please find easier targets for Saudi. Anyone who says stuff like that about Otto Wallin hasn't seen Otto Wallin since the Fury fight. Go and watch that man since then. I promise you won't feel that way again. You won't feel that way still. Yes, he gave Fury a tricky night. But how long ago was this? What, we're going back 4 years, 5 years? Has anybody seen him since? Just because he's southpaw? Has anybody seen him in the ring since?
There's few, but AJ don't really like them smaller guys though.
Bro, Otto Wallin is what, 6'6"? He's like 6'6". He's not small. He's not small like that, bro. He would get him out of here, man. Exactly. Otto Wallin's fighting in American clubs. It's sad to see, bro. Otto Wallin ain't done nothing. If it's Otto Wallin, I think run it, bro. Just to go and get the name.
I wanted to bring this up earlier, but
go on.
Maybe I'll save this for the pod. We know that just people fighting, like you see how we had the UFC guys. Everyone should understand right now, MMA guys have no business in a boxing ring at any point. We need to let it go. No, because the people, if that shows you happening, what we saw before with the Ngannou thing, like now Ngannou's coming up, but we looked at what just the other day, bruv, Diaz versus who's that kid that can't even fight anyway?
Jake Paul.
Yeah, some people thought, Diaz, he can do this, he can do that, bro. He can't box, man. These MMA guys pulling up to do nonsense, and then we already know, Look who Jake Paul lost to Tommy Fury. Yeah, that was the level. So
that's right. That's right. It's lower than that.
Look, that's the level. The first time he fought some boxer of sorts, it ended this way. I hope no one's thinking there's any jeopardy in the Ngannou fight. There's none.
Listen, whilst all these conversations are going on about heavyweight boxing, Fury's over there preparing for a man who's never boxed before in his bloody life, bro. Listen, guys, there's 475 of us in this live right now. Please hit the like button. It's free. It's going to cost you nothing. I don't even know, but I know for a fact they're nowhere near 400. I'm going to check right now. I know what's about to
I had to say that. No, because my thing is just tracing it back to Ngannou, because some people are still feeling like maybe Ngannou's going to give some issues and stuff. He's not going to give any issues.
He's not going to give him any issues whatsoever.
Nothing. It's going to
get Eddie. Let Eddie jump on the stream.
All right, man. It's the last caller there. Yo, Eddie.
What's happening, people? What's happening?
We're good, man. We're good. We're out here.
It's been a while. It's been a while. How you guys been?
Sorry to cut you, bro. We're on 150 likes right now. Please, guys, Let's get to 200 real quick. Real quick.
Hey, I don't mind getting on strike, you know.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go on strike for a second, bro. Get Big Frank on the screen, fam. Eddie, just 1 second, bro. We're going on strike for a second, man. Get that to 200 ASAP. We're on 160. I need another 40, bro. I need another 40 right now.
This
to
show
200
bids.
We're on 170.
Yeah, it's the only way the channel's gonna grow, fam. Because people keep coming. Have you noticed that, Trap? People pull up and they're like, "Bro, this podcast is good, you know." Like,
I know.
Right. And then I'm
bro.
like, "You bigger still."
Smash the like button. 182. 182. Let's go. Let's go.
And subscribe.
Yes. Yeah, facts. If you ain't subscribed, please subscribe. We're on 185 now, 15 away. Let's get to minimum 200, man. If you guys get us up to 300, then hey, listen, big salute. Man.
No, but let's get to 200.
Let's get to 200. Let's get to 200 real quick.
Are we close?
Well, wait, I'm waiting for it to refresh right now. Do you know what I mean? I'm using the Frank Warren technique. 192. There we go. Let's go, mate. Do me a favor. Couple more likes, my friend. 194. Let's get over to 200 right now. Let's do that. Let's get that done. 196.
Strong take
guys,
for us.
Let's hope we ain't stush with these likes, fam. They are free, my guy.
And 474 in here, you know. It's disgusting.
There we go. 200. We're here.
Let's go. All right. Sorry you had to do that, man. Again, people have to strike to get what they need to get.
Gotta be done. You guys have done so well since I started coming on the show. You guys have done amazingly well. So credit to you, respect to you guys for the hard work. You know what I mean? Still funny as well, so that's all right. That's all right. Still funny.
God, the floor.
No, just wanted to say, just wanted to jump on because this Dillian thing is that, you know, I didn't expect it. It's just one of those things that, you know, it's not nice to hear. It's just disappointing now.
Yeah.
We've got to the stage now in the sport where it's becoming a bit of a joke, the whole thing. You know, there doesn't seem to be any real control at that government level, that IBC, the WBA, you know, the IBA. Them governing bodies don't seem to have any teeth, any control over what's going on. I don't know what you guys think, but for me, the whole structure of the sport is just it's a joke.
Boxing, there needs to be serious conversations about reform and just how it just needs to run one. There needs to be one body that looks after all of it. You know, when it goes to these situations,
like FIFA, like just like football's done, basically.
Yeah,
you know, that type of thing. But no, I don't know. I think if this is legit and he really has juiced, and I don't know, but I think if he has, that's it. No, that's it. Dillian done. There's no coming back from.
He's so old, right? If he does a ban, by the time he comes back, there's gonna be a new heavyweight running it. It shouldn't be the same guy still in conversation. So Dillian, if he goes on he can't afford a ban, especially with his style of boxing and what he needs to do and how he needs to develop. No.
Listen, the whole thing, I don't hear a lot of people talking about the fact that what David Hayes said, that Chisora had told him. Now that was a week before everybody else found out.
That's right.
So something is, I don't know, something's not clear on that line there. So that seems to be very weird. Because are we saying that Chisora was always going to fight AJ from not always, but from at least when that finished?
It still remains to be seen whether or not Chisora is going to get the fight. Do you know what I mean? I think boxing wide, people would be very, very shocked to see Chisora in there with him because it's like, bro, this guy's taken a lot of punishment. Like his record would look crazy as far as, you know, fight any competitor because he's fought everybody from Vitaly Klitschko to present day. If he does get that fight, that would be insane.
He can't.
I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that.
Who else is there? I can't think. Look, there's people like Huey Fury would be a good fight. You know, if there were one person I would put AJ in there, would be Huey Fury. But there's too much of a risk with Hrgovic. There's too much of a risk with Ruiz.
You know what? You do the Fury one, you know. You do the Huey one just because let the family pull up to the fight.
Just to go and knock out Fury, innit?
That's it. It'll be a nice little story. Yeah.
Sets it up. Right. And obviously my man's there. And then at least that lets us know that at some point we're going to get Fury versus AJ, innit?
Hey, I like that one still. You know?
I like that. Like,
he ain't been delivering in 2 years. That's the only thing, though. That would be crazy.
That would charge up his brother, though.
Yeah.
It would
and it's a payday. They'll take that. Them man will take that kind of payday. What? Huey? Call him up, say, yo, come take these peas.
But it's all about Wilder, isn't it? Really, at that reasonably. You know, if it's realistic, it's now Wilder, and then Fury's in the future. But if AJ gets past whoever he fights, then it's a big one at the end of the year. But it's a fun one.
Brother, listen, thank you for that, man.
Appreciate that, brother.
I want to quickly just answer your question. Someone asked me today as well, in the airport. They was asking me about Eubank pulling up with Bomac, yeah? And I'll give our take on this later.
Let's save that for the podcast.
I want to know what he thinks. I just want to know what you think. Do you think it can make a difference? Eubank,
seriously?
Yeah.
No. I think Bomac, if you've seen the way he coaches, he's one of the most real people. He'll just he'll get into Eubank's head and just put him straight. Just be yourself. But there's not enough time to change anything with Eubank. Because of Eubank's age and the short time that Bomac's got, I don't see there being a drastic change to this fight. He might go in with a different attitude, with a better attitude. But in terms of the result, I think it'll go later on, but I don't think Eubank wins this. I just can't see it in this short time. It's a shame, but
I just want to hear your opinion on it. We'll be definitely giving ours in the pod, man. Brother, stay blessed.
Good man. Take care, nice one. Respect people.
Come on. Let me answer this one. Alpha Soul says Ngannou or Fury, don't take the piss. Also, KG, why is your Govy so odd? Listen, the Govy's the Govy, fam. I couldn't do anything about it, bro. That's for my parents.
For sake, from your Govy,
That's more so on my dad because he tried to change it up still. So
got another one from Junior Akinyemi. AJ should fight Washington. I'm with you, Trav. Just get ready for Wilder. Fury's currently fighting Ngannou to get ready one night. Yeah, exactly, man. We've got one from Josh. Guys, we haven't spoken about Clarissa Shields versus Furman. That's a joke if that happens. Don't worry, we've got that covered in the pod, bro. Impodium says, why not Luis Ortiz? He should fight Miller, in my opinion. Yeah, nah, I mean, Luis Ortiz is like, where's he at, bro? That guy's mad old. Is he even still active?
Old, man. He'll pull up, though.
You wouldn't get any plaudits on that, but yeah.
He'll pull up, though. But you won't get no ratings for knocking out Ortiz.
Nah, not now. Not now.
He's so old.
Right.
So old. Anyway, listen.
You know what? It's mad, though, because we're deep into Monday, yeah? All now there's no opponent. They could well pull that fight.
They're calling everyone.
Nah,
they're not pulling it. They're not pulling it. Someone's fighting. AJ has to fight. Okay. The cards are not strong enough to just have people getting to the O2. AJ's got to fight someone. That's all they're trying to work on. Who's he going to fight? That's all.
Cool. All
right. Listen, everyone stay blessed. This has been fun. This has been great, but we got to get out of here. I think I've done a great job trying to defend my guy. It had to be done, bro. Innocent until proven guilty.
Fine.
That's what I'm saying.
Let's wait for more information. Let's
keep that same energy, Chav.
Absolutely.